Hello guys. Normally if I did a video, I don't normally do videos on this channel in my home, but normally it would be in the office through there, my office, but it's being decorated at the moment, and it's unusable. I've actually changed the name of this channel a couple of times in the last week because I'm not quite sure what I want to call it. And now I'm not allowed to change it for 30 or 60 days or something silly like that. Seems like a bit of a cold coming on. I have a new piece of equipment which I've wanted for a long time. I've now got, here she is, as you can see. She's the Phantom 4 Pro Plus drone. Very expensive piece of equipment, and I've crashed it already. That's why I've got the boxes out, because I'm going to send her off to DJI. As you can see here, the leg is not, is a bit damaged. That shouldn't bend like that. And also, see the crack, see there, that's this here, this is it's not that badly damaged. She still flies perfectly, but she's an awesome piece of kit. I mean, controlled by the tablet. The only problem is, which is I haven't worked out yet how to do live streams, only GPS. I can live stream off my phone, but for some reason it just will not connect with the phone. So that's a bit of a drag. I've got a specialised bag here, guys, so if you ever buy a drone, get one of these bags. They're essential. It costs £60. The drone, you see, it sits in the bag perfectly. As you can see, you just do that up, and then the controller and such forth goes in the top there. Absolutely perfect on the backpack, and away we go. Now, I have a fascination with World War II. I'm sorry about the state of my place, guys, but you know, here's what it is. I'm a bachelor. But anyway, I have a fascination with World War II, as well as being a bachelor. And I've got a fascination with Nazi megastructures. Not just Nazi, you know, I've also, I'm going to do a big thing on the Russian Revolution, the Bolshevik Revolution. That's going to be a big one coming up, maybe in the next year. And I had a choice. I wrote down 2 mega structures, mega weapons, whatever you might want to call them. You tell me. And I'm not smoking cigarettes or tobacco anymore. I wrote down propaganda, or the SS. Now the SS, when people say the SS, they always go the Waffen-SS. No, the SS was the SS. The Waffen-SS was, you know, the army side. It was the panzers. It was the infantry side. You know, it was the frontline troops. You also had the Allgemeine SS, who were like the policemen, the SD, like the Gestapo and such forth. And you also had the Totenkopfkommando, which would have been guards at Dachau, Sachsenhausen, Auschwitz, you know, horrible places like that. I was going to do a biography on Heinrich Himmler, and then I was going to probably do about 3 hours worth fly my drone around SS sites, you know, all sorts of projects they've had, and I'm still going to do it. And I actually estimated that it's probably going to take me about a year to do. You know, it can't all be done in a couple of weeks, that's for sure. You know, I'm a one-man band at the moment. But I've decided to go instead for propaganda. Because I think in today's world there's such a massive propaganda war still going on. It's still so relevant. So propaganda wins for me. Joseph Gobbles comes out on top this time around. So Goebbels comes out on top. So I'm going to talk about Goebbels, and I'm going to talk about. So I'll just sit down a bit. I'll talk about Joseph Goebbels, and I'm going to talk about his Nazi propaganda machine, which I think I said in our voice recording, you know, you can have a gun, and you can have a bomb, you can have the most lethal weapons in the world, but there's nothing more powerful than having the power of someone's mind, and mind control. And the Nazis were the masters at this. And Goebbels himself admitted he used to watch Bolshevik propaganda films, and I think he secretly admired the way they used propaganda. I don't think he hid that, but I also thought, I think we could do a damn sight better job, and they did. I mean, look, you know, just look at the work Goebbels did. You know, The Eternal Jew. I mean, with all the rats, and it's a disgusting movie, but, you know, talk about brainwashing a generation. You know, when you're a young child, it's a very impressionable film. You know, it was on a daily basis. They also released something called the Volksempfänger, which was basically a radio. I think Volksempfänger means people's receiver or people's radio, or something along them lines. And per capita, you know, there was more radios in Nazi Germany owned than there was in America or any other country in the civilized world back in the 1930s and early to mid 40s. I mean, that just says it all. You know, they knew what they were doing, and they did it very, very well. So places of interest, obviously, there isn't as many places I can go to as there would be with the SS. The SS would be infinite, all across Germany, all across occupied Europe. I would find something, some sort of building or something I could fly around and show you that the SS had something to do with. Propaganda is going to be a little bit different, but I'm sure I can find some buildings still. Of course, there's Nuremberg. The Zeppelin Tribune is still there. The magnificent Zeppelin Tribune. The only thing different, and by the way, by saying magnificent, I'm not glorifying Nazism or anything, but it is a magnificent stand. The only thing different is the swastika's gone. The Americans blew it up at the end of the war. But inside the Zeppelin Tribune, it is all made of marble, and on the ceiling, it's a mosaic decoration of interlocking swastikas. Now this is where every year they had the Nazi Party rally. The main brainwashing rally of the year. I think it went on for like a week. Kids and SA, Sturmambulum or something along those lines. They came across all across Germany. They'd camp there, and it was massive. I think it was every September. I'd have to look it up, which I will do, of course, as I'm going to be studying it, reading up on it, visiting it. So off the top of my head, more propaganda. I will take you to where Joseph Goebbels' last known residence was, or one of his houses. It's just north of Berlin. The house was for sale a year and a half ago. Whether it's been bought now or not, I don't know. It's a massive house. I think it's got over 40 bedrooms. The house is called Bugensee. It's in an idyllic part of the German countryside, in the German woods. Like I say, it's near Oranienburg, which, by the way, coincidentally, Oranienburg was home of one of the first concentration camps in Nazi Germany. It actually changed its name from Oranienburg to Sachsenhausen. Ring a bell? I'm sure it does. So Bogensee, I will visit Bogensee because it's important, because in that house he wrote his total war speech, which is one of the biggest pieces of propaganda in the Second World War, possibly one of the biggest propaganda speeches in the history of the world ever. And Goebbels sort of took, he replaced Hitler after the crushing defeat at Stalingrad. Hitler, I don't think, was ever seen again on camera doing a speech. I've heard him speaking after the Stalingrad defeat, but I've never seen him. But Goebbels got up there, and Goebbels stood up. And I'll talk about that speech. I'll go into great detail about that speech. And they had actors in the crowd, and in case the speech didn't go well, and all sorts. I'll talk about the way it was all laid out. It was fascinating. And I'm pretty sure it was in the Sportpalast in Berlin. So I can go to the Zeppelin Tribune, I can go to Bugensee, and I'm sure there's a couple more places I can think of. I am going to be doing a thing on the Nazis, the Nazi railways, and I know that Goebbels has a train, and it's in perfect, beautiful condition. Whether I could visit the train, I don't really see what that has to do with propaganda in itself. That would be more of my Nazi train documentary. But, if I'm struggling for places to think about, to film, to find, to talk about, to investigate. Now, please if you can come up with some ideas of places for me to visit that you think are vitally important in the propaganda war, put them in them comments, guys. It's really important. I need help. I learn every day. I'm a World War II enthusiast. I'm a drone enthusiast. I love technology and I love history. And the two together, they're a winner. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And watch this space, because we got some flights to take. As soon as she's fixed up, I'll be heading to the continent. I'm covering Independence Day in Poland, actually. I'll be flying my drone over Independence Day, getting some fantastic footage. And I will be in Europe in November. I might just I might hire a car from Warsaw and drive to Bergenzy to do the Zeppelin Tribune in the same trip. That's a lot. That's a lot of driving, and you see how it can't just be done like that. I've obviously got my life here to think about. It takes time. But I'll be doing things as quick as possible to get this footage out there and turn this channel. I want people who follow and support my channel to look back at these videos in a year's time. I've got 103, 104 subscribers on this channel. I've got other channels that have got a lot more subscribers where I talk about politics. But I'm fed up with talking about today and politics. I like to go into the past. We try and learn from our mistakes, which as human beings are terrible at doing, aren't we? I find it a little bit of escapism, if you know what I mean, talking about the past and history. It is escapism. And it's fascinating. And in certain parts of history, we can never let happen again. Propaganda, it's coming up. Don't miss it.